And I hope and pray that you operating in the spirit of truth, the spirit and in the truth of God's word, and that is blessing you because of what you're doing. I'm sitting here listening to Brother Smart guy. Y'all should check him out. Makes perfect sense. I like how he studies everything. Every thought is intentional, and behind that intention, he's dropping seeds and is producing. Talking about a quickening of the spirit. I love to read, and because I love to read and study, it resonates. The message resonates, not just in thought, but also converting that thought to action on a daily. The direction that our people are heading in, and I can tell you pretty much a lot of our people are off course. I don't believe it's intentional, but then again, it is because if you call yourself a leader, as a leader, it's your duty and obligation to the people that you are speaking into to lead them one way, and that's the right way. And the only way you're gonna get there is to follow God's plan. God is the creator, the author. That's who you go to for your provision. Hey, check this video out. To be wrapped up in truth, a lot of God's word. But this is why I like brother, because brother can simplify it and drive it home. And I believe we understand. Let's get it. I love it. Y'all say hey, none of my moves, but now niggas on it. It used to be you, me and my views, but now niggas on it. I used to tell them I had me up, but now niggas on it. Her homies on it. Y'all homies on it. Yeah, we're killing mosquitoes, right? Like you, yeah. Yeah, it's dead over there. Mosquito? Yeah. What up, what up? We back. Willis Podcast, Southern everybody. Me and all of the staff have been very nimble. Shout out to my, what's his name? Get his name. Say it again. Wolf. That's his name. Shout out to Wolf. Man, got the urban name going on. That man's smart. He fun. You know what I mean? Shining like new money right now. Money, old, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, today's guest. Real and well read because that's what a leader should possess, the ability to lead with right knowledge. Don't just be speaking. Like you hear a lot of people, then I understand a lot of people are led by YouTube. Instead of, okay, let me take my value to YouTube, create a platform, and charge them to create the platform. Do I want your pillow? That's nice. That's a nice keepsake. That's what my child told me to get some keepsakes. I seen it on Facebook. I know you posted it. You know it's on Facebook. Women funny, y'all. I don't get it. I thought everybody was woke, but everybody ain't woke. I know I am. I don't even get into no damn birthdays. But if you don't, your people be looking at you crazy like, what's wrong with them? Ain't nothing wrong with them. Y'all need to grow the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? He's born one fucking day. Y'all idolaters. Hold on. What up, though? But yeah, the conversation be intentional. That's what grabs you. Then, like I said, I don't knock YouTubers. If you're looking for to get paid on YouTube, that's cool. That's cool. But if you're gonna do it, it's a way to do it where we can own and control the outcome every time. Based on what? Setting the business up. If you're gonna take the time to come on here putting videos, understand what you're doing. Because in actuality, we're helping a system. And that system gets paid a whole lot of money. But what we do, like bruh said, and which makes perfect sense, we need to come together as a people, period. So when we do come on Facebook, we'll have that power of being one body, moving in unison towards one goal to meet. That will meet. It is really not hard. But if we don't come together, that's why I always point to the, aren't you a Hebrew Israelite? Sure is. What brings up God's laws? God's law. You ever read the Quran? Not that I follow it, but have you ever read one to understand? Well, a lot of us have, because a lot of us went that route. Why? Because we didn't want to be Christians. We were searching for Black Jesus. That happened to me a long time ago. And my understanding now is the Most High was calling me way back then. I just didn't understand it. But I always had a drive for studying that word. I used to be an accountant, real tough. Yeah, I ran with the gangster disciples. But when I was, then I shift. It was a mind shift because I wasn't going in there with that mentality. Yeah, I was one of them, no doubt. But I wasn't moving in that type mentality because you can go in there for something that you can, stand before them people and beat and come home and fuck around and be stuck up in there, and get stuck in that boy. Like you done committed 10 murders or something, and never. I ain't cut like that. You dig? I ain't trying to prove nothing to nobody but myself. I'm the one got to get up and do these motherfucking exercises on a consistent basis. I'm the one that has to do proper study and research, But in the event of this new AI, that computer does help, but I'm one that likes to read. I read and study a lot because I don't want, no, I don't know who programmed AI. Well, AI knows. AI is programmed with all information that's ever been written, so I get it. I get it. No, I get it, y'all. I'm finna put this smart on. That's what I want to hear. Who this on? New breed. Nobody talking about this. Fair use copyright. Fair use copyright. I'm gonna play this video and get my feedback in hopes that this seed that's being dropped will be planted throughout my community. Everybody that listens to me, that's under the sound of my voice, and that you would take that instruction back and do your research. Take that information back and understand that go your the keys to the king's ransom. You want to live like we kingdom? That means king under the king's dominion. America being warned about America's death. Do we see so? Trina! Trina! I'm just checking on you. I heard some motherfucking noise. Nothing, I'm just checking on you. I heard some noise like you fell or some shit. Just making sure you're alive. That was a loud ass thump, y'all. You gotta check on them. If I didn't, y'all know how these women is. You couldn't check on her. And today her birthday, so white folks rage that blacks are the true Israelites. Who keep making these videos? Okay, but black people need to pay attention to that because it's just not information that you want to use to go on here. The power of melanin. I was just talking about that on my last video. We got to tap in on that. Brother Smart do be Dr. T. Owens more. I'm gonna check that out. I seen this before 2 years ago. I seen that. Fair use copyright, fair use copyright. I'm gonna check that out because that feeds us. I just watched the program, 2 programs, videos on neuromelanin.
T. Owens Moore, PhD, is trained as a physiological psychologist. He is a graduate of Lincoln University in Pennsylvania, and he has a master's and a PhD from Howard University. For more than 20 years, he has served as a college professor, a biomedical researcher, and an African-centered scholar activist. He is a distinguished educator who appreciates interdisciplinary studies. He has served as an assistant professor at Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia, and an associate professor and chairperson of the Department of Psychology at Clark Atlanta University, and professor and chair of the Department of Psychology at Fayetteville State University in North Carolina. His specialty courses.
I'm sharing information about melanin and neuromelanin, and it's not just neuromelanin. It affects the whole of the body and is categorized in different perspectives. You can look them up yourself. But I'm here because you want to quicken your spirit, your understanding. Voila. Understand who you are and what you're made of. And getting this knowledge brings you to power. There go your who you are, purpose. You don't just get knowledge to go on here and debate. No. It should cause a subtle but gradual change. Elevation. That's why I share it. Actually, it's kind of dangerous when you think about it because y'all know how our people move. I can imagine those who've been telling us that God shows the people all this time. Now that the spirit of the Most High is upon all men and women in time. Knowledge is at the end time, baby. The end of this world. Coming into that Christ order, back into that divine order. I know it appears the world look like they're gonna win, but family, you can't look at it like that. If you are the Most High, you got to know He working. You got to see yourself, like I said. The Bible is not for everybody, because everybody don't understand it. A lot of people want from it, but they understand that there's a greater. And no matter to whatever doctrine you follow, religion, creed, or whatever, eventually it's going to crumble upon the power of that word. Especially, that's what you seeing shaking the earth. They telling you, oh, it's this, that. No. The earth is going back to its original state. And it's purging itself of everything that's against the natural law. Man is against the natural law. That's why things are being disrupted because of man, the energy that you're putting out. So it's each one teach one, and you got to check yourself. Energy is everything, fam. No, I ain't gonna check that out. I can hold court myself. But on a neurological basis, we have a connection to the eternal more so than anyone, any group. And with that, you gotta understand, you as a people transcend political science and the doctrines of the world. You have a divine wisdom that connects you to the eternal. And that's where the Most High wants to take humanity back to, so you can build his kingdom. You want to operate in power, return to him. Y'all know they selling you everything that glitters, but that shit ain't gold. Gold is eternal. That's where the Most High gave you that. It's eternal, and it has eternal value for a reason. It's greater than whatever you think they have given you, what appears. That, Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Just change the damn light bulbs. Smart, boy. Fuck Kanye West. I always wonder. I'm from Chicago. I say that about our musical entertainers anyway. They are not leaders, no disrespect to them, but they're not leaders. They're leading themselves to the money. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Don't give them, I wouldn't give them a burden that wasn't given to them by their creator to carry. Are they leaders and supposed to be light of children of the Most High, gods, us? And that means building the kingdom of heaven. And then heaven, family, y'all, people talk religion, but heaven is real. It's realer than here, realer than everything y'all thought was so real. It's all falling apart. Let me check Brother Smart out. Fair use copyright, fair use copyright.
If you like all the hip hop and the sports news, and you like everything that Shay Baby's bringing to the table, make sure you like and subscribe. You already know the vibes. Shay Baby. Here we go. We outside with my man Shiggy Clash Basketball. Listen, I see you dribbling at it. You know what I just told Gotti? I think they need to turn on the live channel and let me and you play one-on-one for that break. Let me and you play one-on-one. I'm ready.
Are you sure you're ready?
Sure. I'm positive. You think I'm ready?
Nah, it's a little bit too excitement. You know what I'm saying? Your adrenaline is pumping right now. By the time we start getting the game, you're going to be too tired. So I want you to breathe, relax, and ask the question again.
All right.
You already know. International Gym, GB Gates, Bully 10603, Greenleaf. We here with Shay Baby TV.
You already know the
Shay
vibes. Yes, sir. Yo, listen, I ain't gonna lie though, Chaz, I want to thank y'all for, allowing me to come into the spot, bring my man Smart Guy in the building. Yeah. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, I've been watching you, bro. Whether it was in the car, dropping knowledge. One thing I do tell you, pause too, because I know you are from Harlem. You definitely today, we definitely everything we do, we gonna definitely hit that pause, 100%. All right, but look, real talk. It amazes me how these rap dudes, I'm gonna start from there.
Okay.
Because I know you rap too, so it's nothing against rap dudes. Sure. I don't know if you knew this, but I was in the music business, had record deals, produced, my brother produced with Swiss Beats, you know what I mean?
No support from my mother. Sometimes I wish I would have came from a different pussy, C-section. Even in birth, she didn't push me.
Oh, he's crazy. He's crazy. We gonna get there too, because you're different with that.
Hold up. Relationship broke. I tried to put it back together. Remember that time you found that Glock in my lever? Your boyfriend used to cop from me.
That's when I put 2 and 2 together, realized it was you using. Now my screws are loose forever. Devil got your soul. Devil got your soul. You probably gonna use forever. Hurts my heart, but I'm going, mommy. Yeah, you gonna lose me forever. Shit going wrong, but it's cool because I'm used to error. You got high. I made money off it. Who's using it better? Your addiction versus my greed. Thought I was foolishly clever. Didn't realize the karma that I built up would have me at odds with the universe forever. But it's hard when you broke and you trying to put the pieces together. Father Time got knuckles on your door. It's now or never. That's why I'm hopping on the plane when I see a change in the weather. My summer times are better. My summer times forever. This is for the single parent mothers working 2 jobs, trying to fill the shoes of pop, working too hard. Don't think because I'm riding in this truck, I don't know pain. Your present is my past, little homie. We the same. My mama got high too. Daddy said bye too. No money for the fries at McDonald's. We skipped the drive-thru, stealing burgers from C-Town. I couldn't buy food. When you this type of poor, you can't pick and choose. Devil spring poured in a cup. I'm in a different groove. Daddy gone. Mama getting high. Plus I'm in school. God protects babies and dummies. I used to be the fool. 13, heart full of hatred. I probably make the news. Fake friends smiling your face, but they was hating too. Close the door. Hope that I drown, but I still made it through. I hit rock bottom. I can show you what the ground like. Devil kicked my ass when I was young. Now I'm old enough to fight these demons. Swinging like Ali, I mean it. $1 billion dreams, I'm scheming. Daddy met mommy, dropped semen. Fucking bogus, should have clipped his penis. Broken home. Love from both parents, I never seen it.
I ain't gonna lie.
Hold on. Mama in the back room getting high shit. She beat me for no reason. I waited 10 plus years to get up in the spot I'm in, but it's still not the spot I want. Touched a couple coins, but it's not enough. Hunger pain real, but it got us up. Got caught on the wrong block, so the ops shot him up. Big bro did 20, came home, he on his 10th year. Might be free, but feels like he's still in there. You know, the feds paying better than welfare. CI's on salary, block hot, touch it, burn calories. Your vibe ain't matching your smile. I know anatomy. Hoes trying to pass the kitty, but can't scratch me. Old school with the money. And with a scratch beat, car going drive itself. I'm in the back seat, blowing time. Please keep it quiet. Don't at me. Pull up, pull out on your block. Now subtract me. Pennies ain't adding up. Dollars won't double. Feds throwing cameras on the drone to watch you hustle. Hoes might fucking suck, but they don't really love you. Your family don't support shit. They just want to judge you. First you get respect and then the money. In that order. Because if you don't, when your money low, soldiers won't follow orders.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, you set the tone. So let me start from the beginning.
For sure.
Because I started and I said these rappers.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
These artists.
Yeah, these artists.
Because right there you said it. Let me start from the beginning. These
so
artists.
Yeah, for sure. But
These artists. Now, where I was going with that was these artists, when I watched them in their Instagram lives, they can't hold 20, 30, 40 people in there. You have hundreds of people in there listening to you, bro. Thousands.
Yeah, I ain't gonna front. It'd be crazy.
You know what I mean? And that amazes me. This is why I wanted to sit with you, because on my platform, you know, we talk a lot about, you know, what's going on out there with, you know, like, you know, the typical stuff, you know, like the Diddy stuff, you know, the Jay-Z stuff. But I never really talk about what's really happening.
Right.
So today, you know, and that's why I got my man Chaz here with me today. This interview, you know, your manager, great dude. He stayed in touch with me for like 8 months. He said, you have to sit with my guy. He will change what's going on the platform and what he's talking about. And this is true, bro. I haven't touched pause.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I haven't touched on pause. None of them topics yet.
Right.
And this is a lot. This is a lot for today. I think the people need to hear this.
Maybe well, I want to touch on pause. I want to address that thing right there about having that much engagement. Well, I've been doing this right for a long time. I put my 10,000 hours in, and I think everybody likes to popularize instant gratification, and everybody likes to demonize delayed gratification. Things take time, right? So we were consistent, and I never let desperation change my destination, temptation, or frustration change my destination. I stayed the course. I made a commitment. I made a decision, a definitive decision, and I never stopped, right? And the key to success is not who you know, not how much money you got, but your consistency. And then understanding that how you think creates how you feel becomes an emotion, that emotion becomes a vibration, that vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. So when you understand the emotions that you're going to feel when you're successful, you need to feel those emotions pause when you're not successful, because that's gonna be the determining factor that's gonna lead to your success. How long can you hold those positive feelings, right? And then you have to reinforce those positive feelings, and you have to know who you are. Don't act like you're great. You're great. So act like it.
Right.
Yeah. So and that was the key to getting that much people watching or tuning into what I'm doing. We were consistent as fuck, and then we're adding value.
No, I like what you're saying, because I agree. In this business, a lot of these guys, they hate on people. These other podcasts. Instead of hating, figure out what these guys are doing that's attracting their attraction. And that's the type of guy I am.
With that being said, someone would ask, what is your actual mission?
Well, basically, it's just to put our people in our proper positions on this planet, right? Making sure that we own institutions, we develop our own nation, we develop our communities, and we change the mindset that we've been conditioned to have for over 500 years in America, right? Like shifting the mindset of our people on a macro level, on a global level, right? And then using those new mindsets to develop communities so we can create once and for all generational wealth.
Right.
And that's the mission. That's the end game, right? Like getting heaven on earth in heaven in the afterlife.
Because I even seen you on your live with people from other states trying to set up venues in different states. I heard a guy from South Carolina say, "Where do you come into South Carolina?" I think you were doing like some type of drive. I think it was like, maybe it was I don't know if it was toys. I don't know what you were doing, but you were selling, you were promoting something.
Yeah. So
and he wanted to bring it to the South.
Yeah. So 2023, we did the No Labels tour, and we were showing artists and content creators. So I did a tour independently, and we went from state in smaller venues, teaching artists and content creators how to monetize their content.
It's crazy. Smart. That's real big.
Mm-hmm. And how to
pause.
Yeah, and how to make money off it, right? And then the next thing we're doing is the I Am Enough tour and the Deli Project. So we partner up with New Era Dayton and Fully Focused in Ohio, and we're going to open up 500 delis in Ohio, and then we're going to branch off from state to state.
It's crazy.
And create, micro companies to oversee the delis in each state owned by us. So, that's the goal, because the corner store makes over $300,000, sometimes $500,000 a month.
It's crazy.
And we don't have any equity in that area.
Right.
So
that's tough.
So the goal now is saying, okay, well, we need to make it an expectation in a societal acceptance of Black-owned delis. The Habibi, the Indian, the
Black-owned, period. That's all I be on. People, our people run for responsibility. We don't want to be the head. We want to be the tail. You got to come into who you are. You are God's people. You the head. Not the tail. You are the head, not the tail. I can tell. The only thing I'm checking in with is the Most High. I need to fix my relationship with my children. One of them, in particular. I don't want to know. How you gonna become a king? Following. You gotta leave, fella. And know why. Exactly. They say to me some, no. You right now. God is right now. Exactly. And that's how I move, fam.
I can't wait for Jesus.
That's how I move. I didn't wait on the Messiah, but he didn't tell me wait. And as far as moving to fulfill my purpose as to why I'm here. And that comes with an instruction that's given by God. That's where I'm at with it. That's what separates you and causes you to live set apart, where you're fruitful, you're being fruitful, and you're prospering. Because your foundation is kingdom. Your instruction is based on the king's dominion, his instruction, God's law. Well, I'm out.